Welcome back, my sweet friends. Listen to this. Part of the fun of the holidays is going home to see relatives, but for aging parents, these visits can really be alarming. Michigan is an aging state with many seniors living in isolation, so we need to check on our loved ones and neighbors, that is for sure. It is my pleasure to have Kristin. She's a senior care expert with traditions of the Saginaw senior living community. Thanks for being here. How are you?
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm doing great, so thank you so much.
Of course, and I'm just feeling the spirit from you, and I see why you do what you do.
Thank you.
What's the first thing we should really know? If we, there's a senior living alone, especially, and they're getting older, what do we need to remember, think about?
You know, seniors, they still value connection and friendships, and just because people are aging doesn't necessarily mean that they don't value that anymore. So I think just making sure, just because people are aging, that they still have the ability to connect and meet new people. And Traditions of Saginaw does a great job of that, of just allowing our people just to connect and meet new friends and be lively and thrive still as they age.
And they need to. And that's exactly what's so important. What are some of the warning signs for older Michigan residents just living alone?
Yeah, so if, families, a lot of times they haven't seen their parents in a while. Maybe they live out of state and they're coming home for the holidays, and, they're used to their parents' house being really tidy and kept up, and maybe they go home and it's just not the case anymore. And those are definitely things that we should look after and monitor, and maybe encourage our loved ones to seek additional resources, or maybe think about senior living options as a possible thing that they may need in their future.
Yeah, because you're around other people who are going through the same thing, and you can share your experiences. What about socialization, like we're talking about? It seems that some seniors fall into a pattern where they don't want to leave home.
Yes, elders have a risk of isolation because their mobility, their ability to be independent, get in the car, go to their friend's house, all of those things are challenging to them. So socialization is such a great way to just, again, connect. And Traditions of Saginaw does a great job. We have a lively community. It's very active. People often have a really negative stigma against senior living options, but it's so different now, and people really can start thriving and living and reconnecting with people, and we allow people to reconnect and value that socialization, and making sure that they're encouraged to get out about and meet new people.
And when you're not with your biological family, you have an extended family there living with you, which is so awesome. So what do you say to those adult children who want to just kind of avoid the discussion?
Yeah, and it's a hard discussion.
It is.
Parenting goes full circle, and we have to remind people, like, hey, be proactive, right?
Yes.
If you go home and your parents have made a lot of changes, initiate that conversation and say, hey, I noticed maybe things aren't going as well at home as they used to. Maybe you need some additional socialization or resources. And Tradition of Saginaw, really, we give education, we give resources, and we start having people thrive and connect and really start living and improving their quality of life.
Okay, I just need one little last minute advice that you have for us all and our seniors right now.
Yeah, my last piece of advice is just remembering, like, who they are as a person, and meeting them where they are, and encouraging socialization, encouraging meeting new friends. So many seniors have lost friends or spouses, and they think, they've lost people, and it's just time to give up and stop living. And there's just so much more to life still, even as they age. So connect with them, encourage them to connect, and keep living and having smiles and happiness.
Kristin, I love your spirit. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that.
And they need you. The seniors, I know they love you. Your passion.
Oh, I appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too.
Thank you. If you have any ideas on what you'd like to see on our show, you can send them to us at WNEM-4PM News at WNEM.com. Just use the subject 4 p.m. News Spotlight.